Today we will see the extension part of the numerical that we left in the last lecture. Okay, so we have solved the upper story part, that is the calculation for the external loading of horizontal loading of the 30 kilonewton. So we have seen that how these values are come. Okay, now today we will see, because of the external horizontal loading of 60 kilonewton which is applied in between the first and second story. Okay, so how this calculation will be done, okay, by using the approximate method. So in second case also you will start writing your magnitude of the forces, okay, the one which is the calculated, okay, because of the external shear. Okay, so as we know that we have already calculated the horizontal shear of 19.28, 45 and 25.17, okay, in the previous lecture, because of the external horizontal force of 60 kilonewton. So first of all you have to write these three forces, okay, in opposite directions. Okay, now as 19.28 is the shear, okay, so we have to transfer this shear to moment. So what is the formula to convert the shear into moment? Just multiply the length of the respective column. Okay, so 19.28 into, this is total 4 meter, okay, but we are interested in half span, okay, because the point of contraflexure is lies at the center. Okay, so therefore we have to utilize the span length of 2 meter for the upper story and 2 meter for the lower story. So 19.28 into 2, that will be your answer, will be 38.57. okay, as this horizontal force is try to pull the column into the outward direction, therefore the anti-clockwise movement we have to apply so that the equilibrium condition of the column will be maintained. Okay, so 38.57 will be applied here. Okay, now similarly here also 45 is there, multiplied by 2, 90, then 25.71 is there, multiplied by 2, that is 51.42. now once getting this value, you did not require to transfer this force, this moment to the next beam level, because here also the 12.86 loading moment is there. So just what you have to do, this is 12.86, this is 38.57. so give the summation of these two. So 38.57 minus and 12.86 minus, so when you club this you will get the answer of minus 51.43. so as the value comes to be a minus, okay, so we have to maintain the equilibrium condition at this joint, so therefore apply the clockwise moment of 51.43 here. Okay, so that is a very simple approach. Just club this moment of their respective sign convention, and whatever the answer you will get in the particular sign, you have to apply that particular magnitude of the force but in opposite sign, so that the equilibrium of the condition become equal. How it is possible? Let us see. This is 51.43 clockwise, minus 12.86 and minus 38.57. When you club all these three moments, the answer will be 0. Here also 90 is there, here 30 is there. Okay, so here also this 51.43, this 51.43 will be transferred here. Now after calculating this value, don't go to the calculation for the rightward side, that is the central part. Just skip this portion and then go to the calculation for the right side, that is 51.42 is there, and this 17.14 is there. Now minus 51.42, as it is going in anti-clockwise direction, and also 17.14 is also going in anti-clockwise direction. So club this moment, then you will get the answer as minus 68.57. so you have to, or in order to maintain the equilibrium condition at the particular joint, you have to apply the clockwise moment of 68.57 here, and then if you club all this moment, you will directly get the answer as 0. Okay, now after getting this 68.57 here, Now transfer this 68.57 here also in the same sign convention. Similarly 51.43 is here. Now you have to transfer the same moment here also. So now 51.43 plus 68.57 plus, you have to club this, then subtract 90 here and subtract 30. So the answer will be ultimately 0. Okay, so always remember very carefully in this particular type of a numerical is that at any joint, okay, at any joint, whether it may be an intermediate joint or whether it may be a exterior joint, the summation of the joint, okay, that is the moment whatever form at the joint must be equal to 0. If you are not getting the moment, the summation of the moment is 0, that means you have committed some mistake in particular numerical. So be very careful while calculating this particular kind of a numerical. Okay, now next step is that here it is 51.43 is there, just divided by the span because it is a moment. So what we required the force. So 51.43 divided by the half span length is 1.5. So 51.43 divided by 1.5, the answer will be 34.29 here upward and 39.29 here downward. Okay, here also 68.57 divided by half span length is 2 meter. So 68.57 divided by 2, that is 34.28 here and 34.28 here. Now why the sign convention is like here it is upward and why it is downward here? So now if you segregate this part, okay, suppose now this sign convention, that is a clockwise movement, try to deflect the beam in downward direction. So in order to maintain the equilibrium condition, we have to apply the upward force so that the equation or the condition of the beam in terms of a equilibrium condition has to be maintained. Here also this moment will try to deflect the beam in upward direction. So therefore we have to apply the downward force here so that the equilibrium condition should be maintained. So this similar kind of a work you have to be performed in each and every beams as well as in each and every columns. Okay, now then so on we have to go to the next part, that is a third part, that is a third story. Now here also this 60 kiloton load is there. So first of all, the foremost important step is the first we have to write the horizontal force. Okay, we have forgot this part, that is 34, that is the shear force, how the shear force in the beams comes. Okay, it is a very simple calculation. Just this is a 60 kiloton force is there, it is going in rightward direction. So 60 minus 19.28, what will be the answer? That is 34.28. Okay, so why the sign convention is here? Because 60 minus 19.28, as it is going in this direction, so we have to apply the opposite force so that the condition of equilibrium will be maintained. So 34.28, the axial force in the beam will be like this, and similarly in opposite direction it will be forms like this. Now 34.28 going in this direction, that is the rightward direction, and we are already having 45 kilonewton here. So therefore 34.28 minus 45, the answer will be this 6 here he has not calculated, but you have to calculate this whatever the answer is there, 34.28 minus 45, and you have to apply the force here. Okay, because the answer will be in this direction, that is in left direction, because 45 is a bigger quantity than that of 34.28. So as the sign convention or the direction of force whatever you will obtain by subtracting from 45 minus 34 will be going in this direction. So in order to maintain the equilibrium, it will be going in this direction. Okay, and similarly it will be in this direction. Okay, so you have to calculate this and you have to put this. Okay, similarly, okay, like this we have to go to the next part. Okay, now what next is that your third story moment calculation. This 60 is there, you have to place or you have to write the magnitude of the horizontal force first. This is the first step, you have to write these forces, okay, like this, and then you have to transfer or you have to calculate the moment based on this shear force, and then they transfer this moment to the beam okay, and then calculate the other forces accordingly. So these are the some steps you have to follow. First of all, show the POC, that is a point of contraflexion, that is a red dotted line. This is the step by step procedure. Okay, so by this procedure you can easily understand the type of numerical, how to solve this numerical very easily. Now show the POC, that is POC means point of contraflexion, at each center of column as well as on beam, and bay width, story height and external load system. Then show the column shear in column. Okay, then from the column shear find the column moment at each story, that we have already seen. Then find the girder moment. Girder is nothing but a beam. Beam is also called as a girder. Girder moment from the column moment equation. Okay, and condition of summation of moment of joint equal to 0, and start from top story to windward corner. Okay, now check at each joint and joint of each story that the summation of moments must be equal to 0. That I have already told you, that at each joint the summation of moment must be equal to 0. Okay, this is the most important cross check of your numerical, okay, of your solution. Now from girder moment find the girder shear for each story using the equation girder shear equal to girder moment upon mid span. Okay, now axial forces, how the axial forces are calculated. Consider the horizontal force, that is summation of Fx equal to 0 at each joint. Axial forces in the girder is found, and start from the top story to windward corner, windward that is downward corner, and check should be satisfied at each story, so that the summation of Fx equal to 0. In all, one can easily define this type of numerical solution is that the summation of all the forces in x direction as well in y direction, as well as the moment at all the joint, at all the interior exterior joint and all the corner of the portal frame must be equal to 0. If this condition satisfied at the end of your solution of the particular portal frame, that means you have solved the correct answer. Okay, so this is a cross check. Now next is the final bending moment diagram. So how this bending moment can be plotted, and it is also a very easy process. Look, this first of all I am talking about this bending moment in the beam portion. This is a beam, okay, girder or beam. So why this portion of the particular beam or the diagram is going in upward direction here and it is in downward direction? It based on the tail and head concept. Okay, so let us see the first and topmost story moment. Okay, no, if you see that this tail portion is at the top and here the tail portion is at the bottom. Okay, so you just follow the tail portion. Where the tail portion is there, you just draw the diagram there only. Okay, so if you see that here the tail portion is at the top, so I have drawn the bending moment on the top here, and here also at the bottom. Similarly in the column also, if you see that the tail portion is in the inward direction in all the column cases at the top portion, whereas in the outward direction at the bottom of the column portion. So therefore the diagram will be like this, will be like this. If you see the diagram, let us see. So all the diagram will be like this. Okay, so it is very easy. Okay, just follow the tail, where the tail of the diagram of the particular arrow come, you just follow that and you have to draw the particular bending moment in that particular direction. Okay, now let us see some more numerical. Now next is this is a very simple one. Two-story portal frame is there. Okay, if you see that 4.5 and 6 is the horizontal length is there, and at the vertically it is having length of or height of 4.5 and 3 meter. So let us see how to analyze this particular numerical by using the approximate method. So as we already seen that in our last lecture, we have to start our numerical right from the top. Okay, because the first story have to be solved is the top one portion. Okay, and then go to the downward direction. Okay, so first of all we have to consider the top portion, that is 25. Consider the top story and you have to cut the story from the POC of the top column. This is a POC. Now as the name suggests, this is a G, H, K, whatever name you have, you can write it as. Okay, Fg1, FgH1, Fgk1. These are the forces, horizontal forces or shear forces can be developed in your column after the calculation. So what is the formula? Fg1 raised to Fgh1, Fh1, Fk1 divided by summation of force must be equal to this half portion. This column contribute the half span. This column will contribute the summation of half of both the span, and the last column will contribute the summation contribution of the next span. Okay, this 6/2 divided by the total span. Okay, so this particular equation you will form. Okay, after that you can solve and you can calculate easily the horizontal forces, that is Fg1, Fh1 and Fk1 like this. Okay, now consider the second story. Okay, in that case also consider the contribution of the second horizontal force. Okay, the same equation you have to follow. Okay, same equation, but here the summation of force will be different. Many times student committed the mistake, okay, that they are directly taken the same case that of a previous one. But here you must understand that as we go on increasing, or we are going downward, okay, the number of horizontal forces, whatever the number of horizontal forces given in the particular numerical is also increases. So you have to incorporate all these horizontal forces in your calculations. So in the denominator side itself, this summation of these horizontal forces must be considered. Okay, rest of the things will be common. Okay, so here you will get the force in A1, B1 and C1. Now the next step is the transfer this particular, or write down the horizontal force first. This 5.35, 12.5, 7.4, then this 5.35 divided by this 3 meter is there, to 1.5. okay, multiplied करोगे अगर आप इसको, तो you will get the answer is 8.02. then 8.02 will be transferred to the column. Then here also 7.14 into 1.5, the answer is 10.71. then transfer this particular moment to the top portion. Okay, now here also 12.5 into 1.5, that is 18.75. okay, now after getting this 8.07, transfer this moment to the right side, and the vice versa for the right case. Okay, now 8.025 is the moment. So in order to get the particular reactions in a beam, 8.025 divided by the span, that is 4.25 by 2, whatever, 2.25. तो 2.25 से divide करेंगे तो you will get the answer as 3.56 here and 3.57 here. So once you get the top portion, if you see, the summation will be, here is 0, here it will be 0, here it will be 0. Now 25 kilonewton is there, so 25 minus 5.35, okay, the answer is 19.65. so you have to write here. Then 19.65 minus 12.5, you will get the answer is 7.15. that is 7.15 like this. Okay, now here 3.56 is there, so you have to transfer this force here. 3.57, you have to transfer force here. Okay, now 3.56 going in downward direction, 3.56 going upward direction. The summation of downward and upward, here it will be 0. So axial force transfer in the column, at the mid column, will be 0. Okay, now go to the next column, this portion. What you have to do, again write the shear force first, whatever you have calculated previously, and then calculate the moment at the corners. Okay, then transfer this moment to the beam, and then transfer to the rightward side. Then take the summation must be equal to 0. Then take the beam divided by the half of the respective span, you will get the reactions of the particular beam. Okay, then finally transfer this force to the next one. So 19.63 is already there. Okay, if you add with 3.56, you will get the answer is 23.19. Now here it is already 0, so 19.63 plus 19.63, it will be 0. Then here 19.63 is going downward, plus 3.37 going downward, so summation will be equal to 23. Okay, so likewise you can easily plot the or you can easily solve this particular type of numerical by using portal frame method. And bending moment is very easy. Okay, you have to follow the tail of a particular this arrow. Okay, and then you will directly get the bending moment on the tension side like this. Okay, so next is a cantilever bay method. So this is also similar to the portal frame method. So this topic we will start in our next lecture. So thank you very much for your kind attentions. Thank you.